Hi, welcome to the live stream this morning. So I'm going to be channeling Archangel Raphael, and Raphael will be coming through me to give messages for the people who are listening and for the week ahead as well. And just before we start, I would like to mention Gaza again, and the crisis going on there, and just to say, the links, if anyone wanted to donate to help, the links are on the description. And also, if you can, keep Gaza in your prayers and thoughts, and and send positive energy there because the situation's absolutely dire. It just keeps getting worse and worse, and so many people are dying daily, like children, babies, all the people of all ages, and so please keep it in your thoughts and prayers, and also, the links for my website are on the description. So that's for groups, one-to-ones, 5-minute transmissions, and the shamanic protocol that starts tomorrow, the new week. But just to mention, there won't be any one-to-ones for the next couple of weeks. But I will be putting more slots up for after that. But just for the next couple of weeks, there'll be no one-to-ones for the groups and transmissions and protocol that will keep going. So yes, I'm just going to let Archangel Raphael come in and speak through me. Hmm. Hmm. I would like you to know that what I'm seeing is that there is a lot going on generally, that generally life is very much about going forwards in a way where you are able to stay connected to the light within. And in this way, you will be able to actually go forwards consistently. But what I do see is in the areas where you are not connecting to the light, there will be chaos, confusion. There will be a need to go inwards in order to clear energy, to reconnect to the light. So it is almost like the places where you already have light will be, in one way or another, flowing well at this time and actually going extremely well. Like those parts are able to be amplified, are able to even be, in one way or another, made bigger and stronger in your life. Because where you have found light, there will be a lot of light that you will automatically attract, and good things will happen. But where you do not have light yet fully established, that is where you will feel compromised. But not only that, that perhaps your problems may feel even bigger. And that is because the places where there is darkness, it is all being, in one way or another, seen in full colour at the moment. It is almost like everything is being brought to life that needs to be seen. And it may be that there are situations in your life that reflect the places where you are not fully established in the light yet. I hope I'm making sense, but it is almost like the things in your life which are good are able to grow much bigger and better, but the things which are not good will perhaps become a bit worse, so that you are able to see those parts and then restore harmony by going within and connecting to the light. I also would like you to know that nobody is asking you to be with people unless you are really feeling it is right for you. It is not really a time you need to be in any way trying to connect with others, but rather it is a time to be with yourselves and see what happens spontaneously, because it is no longer a time where people are choosing to be connected to one another in a way that requires effort. It is a time where people are truly letting go of attachment to each other, but in a really good way, where there is a natural flow of energy between those who are naturally aligning in their spirit, vibration, in their energy. So do not feel disappointed if you are in one way or another experiencing something in your life like a falling away of people, of friendships, because it is not really that. It is much more about things coming into harmony and balance. So the natural energy that is between you and others is going to be expressed at this time. And sometimes it may be that you are not feeling as much to be with certain people. And that is because you are actually really going deeper into yourself, your path, your purpose, your own light. And then you will attract resonant frequencies on earth. I also would like to share that not getting involved with people is not the same as allowing the relationship to take its right form. So, some of you may avoid getting involved with people, and this is not the same. What I'm speaking about is simply allowing the right things to happen, not trying to make things what you would like them to be, but letting what would like to happen. And that does also include sometimes finding yourselves perhaps closer to some people than you would expect. So it will work both ways, that there may be people who you are now drifted away from, but other people who you are now closer to than you would have envisaged in your mind would happen. And that is because it is like the universe has its own type of energy, which is all about bringing everything and everyone into their right place so that the right things can happen. So sometimes you are placed close to someone because something needs to happen. And it may be something completely unexpected. So it may be you are placed close to someone you would not expect to be close to, because a larger project needs to happen through both of you. It may be you are placed close to someone because through them they are able to bring into your life other people who are highly significant. But whatever the reason is, remember to go with it, because it is a time where extraordinary things can happen. But first, things need to be put in the right place. So be open to what happens here. I also would like to share that closeness to one another is not the same as being in harmony with that person or those people on all levels. So sometimes you are in close proximity to someone, you spend a lot of time with them, but you may not be fully in harmony with each other on all levels. There may be areas within you which are in conflict with areas in them, things which are not really fully resonating with you, and vice versa. And what I will say about this kind of connection is that it is always about appreciating that there is some other purpose at play. So that when you are in close proximity with someone, there is always something that will come out of it when it is right to be close. So it is about appreciating what needs to happen, appreciating that there is something you are not able to see. I hope I'm making sense. So that is what I mean by trusting the process. That if you end up closer to some people than you may expect, remember there is something that is trying to happen that you are not able to see. So allow what feels right to happen, and then you will see what is possible as a result. I also would like to share that life generally is about being able to reposition yourself as and when necessary. So life is about being able to appreciate that things change, that things are constantly changing according to energies on the earth and people's free will, and also things that are going on other levels that are affecting people's choices, the choices that they make. So, what I will say is don't get in any way caught up in anything that you may have believed was meant to happen. Keep letting go and know that better things are going to happen as a result of letting go. That it is not about ever looking at your life as something that has gone wrong because something you thought would happen hasn't happened. It is about appreciating that there is a bigger plan, and it doesn't mean that what you thought would happen won't happen. It may simply mean that there is a delay because there are things to clear or things to align before that thing can happen. Or it may mean something else, but keep letting go, keep allowing whatever the universe would like to come through you. Allow yourself to be a vessel for something higher to happen. And as you allow this, your life takes on an extraordinary quality, something that is much larger than you. And you become someone who is almost like a spectator on your own life. And it is like this that as you watch things happen through you and around you, it will be precisely what you would like on a deep level of your being, that it will resonate with you. Because that is how life works, that whatever comes through you is always going to be something that does resonate with you in the first place. Otherwise, it is not able to come through you. It would come through another. So, what I am really trying to say is allow whatever wants to come through you to come in and know that you are resonating with that energy because it would not come through otherwise. And what I mean by come through is that when you are letting go, surrendering to your higher self, surrendering to a higher part of yourself, then there are energies that are able to come through which are larger than your earthly persona, larger than who you are on earth. And these energies are able to do extraordinary things because they are about actually not only you, but other people, other life forms. They are bigger energies meant for everyone. And it is important to remember that because they are larger energies, they are able to really create enormous things in your life. So that is what I would like you to know. I also would like to share that the current of energy that comes through you is directly determined by how much you are clear of your own egoic self, the part of you that identifies with being here on earth, identifies with your physical form, forms a direct identity based on the things you have experienced here, the things that you believe you are. And what I will say is, as you keep clearing, letting go of this egoic part of yourself, the part that tends to identify with all the earthly facets of you, rather than the parts of you which are timeless, beyond time and space, which are eternal, which are free flowing, which are personal but also impersonal. And as you start going deeper and actually experiencing this part of yourself, letting go of identifying with the earthly aspects, you are then able to actually have greater currents of energy run through you from the divine. Energy that is actually very clear, transparent, that doesn't really get things mixed up, that comes through clearly And through this, there is a type of energy created in your life that is divine, that is absolutely able to draw to you, bring to you everything you need in order to flourish. So, this is what I'm speaking about, cultivating this part of you, clearing away old egoic identity and actually going deeper into who you actually are, the part of you that is beyond this life, beyond time and space, that is eternal. I also would like you to know that those of you who have always been this way have always, in one way or another, found yourself, perhaps in some way or another, in a position where you are coming up against those who are in their egoic identity. And that is actually because when you are very much in your higher self, your spirit, there will always be some degree of conflict that occurs when you are perhaps not able to fully be grounded in your physical form because you are very much inclined towards being in your higher self, the higher parts of you, and perhaps find it more difficult to ground these frequencies on earth because of the density here. So I am speaking to those of you who have always had this connection, but have felt challenged by earthly life. Perhaps found yourself in lots of positions where you feel that you are not able to cope with the energy, where you find it hard to cope with other people's perception of reality, perception of you. And what I will say to those of you in this position is remember that what you are actually healing is the parts of you that have perhaps had the harsh end of life, where you have really been very connected, but there have been energies that have come in which have been harsher, which have been in one way or another trying to make you feel that there is something not right about you. And I will say that for many people who are on earth, who come with a lot of light, they do need to clear away these energies. They do need to go within to clear this. Because in this way, the current of light through them is able to come through and it will be appreciated on earth without distortions occurring because of their own life experience, showing them that people are not always appreciating the light. I hope I'm making sense, but I will say that there is a need for this type of clearing work amongst many of you to clear away the experiences you have had. And these experiences may have happened for many reasons, one of which is that perhaps you have not been able to be on the earth easily because of the density here, because of the way things have been. And there may have been things that you have been learning about how to be on earth, how to be in on earth in a way where you are able to be in your own power, your own energy, stay stay in the flow and be protected from negative energies. Or your learning may have been something else. But whatever that has been, remember it is important to clear these things away at this time. I have a few more things to say, and that is there is always going to be a large number of people on the earth plane who feel like they are not in any way seen or heard. And that is actually because there is a lot of truth here, that is actually the case. And that is actually because the way the world has been is that certain people have been elevated and other people have been left behind. What I would like you to know about this is that this is being corrected at the moment. So if you find that certain people's voices are amplified, it is because they need to be. It is because they do need to be heard and seen. And so if you find yourself in a position of being able to amplify voices of people who have not been heard and seen, then it is very good to do this, because at the moment, this is what is going on through life. This is what life is all about, restoring balance and harmony by making sure that those who have not been seen, heard, those who have been oppressed are given a voice, are in one way or another put back into the main frame of life, and seen clearly and heard, appreciated, and able to be fully included in life. So I would like you to know this, that amplifying people's voices is very good. And actually, it will create a lot of good karma for you, because it is the time that this does need to be done. And as you amplify the voices of those who have been unheard, unseen, you are actually doing the same for those parts of yourself. That is all. I have no more to say, but I would like you to know that the week ahead generally will be a good one, a week where things are able to flow quite well, and actually you may find yourself feeling able to do things that you have not been able to for a while. So things perhaps you have put on the back burner, or things you have not had the opportunity to do, you may find yourself being able to do these things. That is all. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so thank you everyone for listening, and yeah, wishing you a good weekend and a really good week ahead, and lots of love to all of you.